Hey everybody, Sean here from VidGamiac.com. Here we are today back in the super update for Roboquest, going for the Butlers Never Die achievement. This is to reboot the Butler. You are going to need two prerequisites for this. You're going to need the grappling hook, but you also need to make sure you have done the side mission that got you the hero cape. Both of which should have been taken care of if you did the base game, so make sure you have those squared away. Once you do, you're going to need to start up a run where your goal is to make it to Harmony Square, which is going to be the new level added as part of this update. Quick little refresher on how to get there. You are basically going to need to make it all the way to Haven City and defeat the 4 mini-bosses there within 22 minutes. The quickest way to do that is to go through canyons as you normally would. Once you get to the 3-way fork, we're going to take the Oasis path all the way to the end of this level. Once you get to Oasis, you're going to make it to the end of this level, which is going to end with the first boss fight. Once you defeat that boss, we're going to go to Fields for our next level. Make sure you get through Fields as you normally would. Once you get to the mid-level safe room, we're going to take the path that's going to lead us to the Energy Center, which is going to be the backmost door, so make sure you take that path. And then once we get to Energy Center, we're going to go through this like normal, which is going to end with our second boss fight. That's going to immediately take us to Haven City, and that's probably going to be the quickest route that we can take. Make sure you use your remaining time to defeat the 4 mini-bosses here. Again, make sure you keep your eye on the clock. There's going to be a timer just beneath the mini-map that you can use, but your goal is to try to do all of this within 22 minutes. Again, it's not going to be too difficult, especially if you're playing on a lower difficulty. Just do keep that timer in mind, and make sure you get those bosses defeated. Once you have all 4 of the mini-bosses defeated, and if you were able to do it quick enough, you should open up a locked door also in Haven City. It's going to be located in the orange area, so make sure you keep an eye out for it on your mini-map, or if you need extra help, just make sure you hit the back button to open up the big map, look for a shade of orange, and then head in that direction. The door should be unlocked if you happen to beat the timer, and that's going to allow us to head to Harmony Square for our next level. So next up, we're going to need to make our way through Harmony Square. We're going to need to play through pretty much all of the level. However, we are going to need to make a quick stop right before the boss room. So make sure you play through the level. It can be a little challenging, especially if it's your first time here. It's mostly going to be a gauntlet of all the previous mini-bosses that we just defeated. But once you get to the room right before the boss room, which is going to be this room right here, you are going to notice there's going to be a hole in the wall. This is going to be where your grappling hook is going to come in handy. You're going to need to grapple up through this opening right here. So make sure you grapple up onto this ledge. Alternatively, you can use a jetpack if you want to, but you're going to do a second grapple up to this ledge right here. And then once you are up here, you're going to turn around. You should notice there's going to be this little alcove right here, and then in this alcove is going to be the battery bow tie. Make sure you grab this, and this is going to be the thing we use to revive the Butler. So, unfortunately, if you remember, the Butler is going to be back over in the Aqua Station, which means we're going to need to start up a new run in order to get there. So make sure you head back to base camp and start up a new run. This time our goal is to make it over to Aqua Station. So we're going to take the quickest way there. So what you want to do is you want to make sure you head through canyons. This time, once you get to the 3-way fork, however, instead of taking the Oasis path, you're going to take the Quarry path, which is going to be the best way to get there. Thankfully, this one isn't going to be too many levels deep into the run. We're just going to take the quarry path to the quarry, then we're going to beat the quarry. You want to make sure you go the traditional way, which is going to result in the first boss fight. Make sure you get that taken care of, and that's going to immediately take you to the Aqua Station. So that's going to be the most efficient way to get there without any major difficulties or anything. So get that boss defeated, and then off to the Aqua Station we go. We're going to need to get to the mid-level safe room, so make sure you grab your starting loadout and make sure you beat the first half of Aqua Station, or if you really want to, you could just speed run through it. Nonetheless, just make sure you get to that mid-level safe room, and then once you are in here, you're going to have the Butler, who should still be passed out behind the healing bot as well as the starting chest. So you are going to need the battery bow tie from earlier in combination with the grappling hook. Make sure you use both to reboot the Butler. Once he comes back to life, he should hand you the heroic core in exchange, but more importantly, you should be good for this achievement. It's going to be for 10 gamer score, and that's all there is to it.